New tonight, Cal OSHA has issued more than $200,000 in fines against Devastating Pyrotechnics Incorporated, one of the fireworks companies whose licenses were revoked by the state fire marshal after that tragic July explosion in Esparto that killed 7 people. Those fines are stemming from 15 separate citations, 14 of those classified as serious violations, with the remaining one listed as a regulatory violation.
Fox 40's Noah Anderson joining us now live in studio with more on those violations and the latest on the state fire marshal's criminal investigation into this explosion. Noah.
Yeah, Nikki and Eric, that's right. According to Cal OSHA's citation and notification of penalty document obtained by us here at Fox 40, a fire at the Esparto warehouse triggered the explosions, resulting in the fatal injuries of those 7 individuals who were unable to respond safely because they lacked proper training and didn't know the fire prevention or emergency procedures. Nearly 6 months after the deadly fireworks explosion that killed 7 people in Esparto, Cal OSHA has issued 15 citations totaling $221,000 in proposed penalties against Devastating Pyrotechnics, Inc. Cal OSHA found the company failed to report the fatalities, did not have a hazard prevention program in place, and lacked required hazard communication protocols. In a statement to Fox 40, Denise Gomez with Cal OSHA said in part, quote, Cal OSHA's role in this investigation is to focus on worker safety, examining what occurred, determining which workplace safety laws were violated, and identifying the protections and procedures that must be in place to prevent a tragedy like this from happening again. The penalties come as the Office of the State Fire Marshal continues to work through its criminal investigation.
As we follow one lead, we continue to find more.
Fire officials, including Deputy State Fire Marshal Kara Garrett, have compared this case to an onion, saying they are peeling back layers of information and evidence.
A lot of evidence to analyze following all of the various warrants that we have served across the state of California.
The criminal investigation continues roughly 3 months after the state fire marshal revoked the licenses of Devastating Pyrotechnics, Inc. and Black Star Fireworks following an administrative review that found multiple violations of California fireworks laws. Officials at the state fire marshal say the investigation is taking longer than originally expected, but the extra time is necessary to build a case that can be proven beyond a reasonable doubt when it reaches the courts.
We want to make sure that we are being thorough in every piece that we are collecting.
Now, Cal OSHA says Devastating Pyrotechnics, Inc. must pay the penalties within 15 working days unless they are contested. That notification, it was issued on December 1st. As for the state fire marshal's criminal investigation, there's still no timeline for when that will be complete just yet. Nikki and Eric, back over to you.
All right, Noah, thank you. South Sacramento business